From the GOP side, I want to mention the fact that several days ago, I know you were at a book event where you had some protesters that came in. I don't know if it was you personally, but they were there. They threw a drink at you, and talk about that. Like that said to me something about anger and just I'm not even sure what to make of that. But you've been all over the news with it. Just tell us what happened.
Oh, it's not the way that one wants liquidity.
On your suit, right?
Well, that's a good thing about a dark suit. It doesn't show up quite as much. But a co-author, she had a trained dress because she was soaked. And they knocked the books over and everything like that. This is unique, but the discontent is not unique.
Yeah.
And when you have a society where people really are doubting about the future, where authority is not believed anymore, the way the health authorities handled the pandemic was a disaster, contradictory, not telling us the truth because they thought that we couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
The high distrust. And so you started to see it in the Wall Street, Occupy Wall Street years ago.
Yeah.
And that relates to when you don't have a stable currency. John Maynard Keynes, the great British economist, said that in a situation like that, not one in a million understands what's happening, but it undermines social trust. It's acidic. It undermines civil authority. You look for scapegoats. Back in Roman times, they blamed the inflation of the emperors on Christians. The lions didn't mind, but it didn't solve Rome's problem.
Who's the scapegoat now? I know there's just rhetoric.
Well, and in the medieval times, they had witches. Witches were seen as causing inflation. The scapegoats today, pick your day, whether it's greedy companies, greedy food processors, greedy energy companies. Just take greedy and put some...
I've seen the term greedy put next to Silicon Valley Bank. So
Now that's another. But the thing is, it's corrosive, and so it sounds trite to say it or simplistic. But when you have good times, when people think things are getting better, great innovations are coming along, like happened in the 20s or 60s or 80s. Silicon Valley emerged as a world force in the 80s. People calm down.
It's true. We feel magnanimous almost. There's like more than enough seats and more than enough to go around.
And people start to have faith in the future. And when you look at what's happening in technology, in terms, it's staggering. Everyone.
The opportunity or the fears?
Well, there are fears, but the opportunities are enormous. I mean,
yeah.
There was once a great cartoon, I think it was in the New Yorker, of somebody fearful of light bulbs, didn't want to touch light bulbs, take out light bulbs because she feared the...
Larry David crypto commercials, right? The wheel?
Yeah, the third one, I think it was, that electricity is going to come out of the socket and get you. One of the great characters in fiction, Frankenstein, was a reaction to the rise of electricity.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And somebody pointed out, artificial intelligence is a terrible name. He said, you don't call airplanes artificial birds.
Yeah.
You don't call cars artificial horses.
It's not a substitute for us, basically.
Oh, no, it's a tool.
Yeah.
We create, it's a tool. It makes, as this has been pointed out, it does to the human mind what machines did for human muscle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are not going to be Olympic weightlifters, but we can do 1,000 times more physical stuff than an Olympic weightlifter could have done 200 years ago because of technology.
Right.
So it's a tool, but people don't believe it. They fear. They think they're going to lose things, and they don't trust anybody. They don't trust the future. So yeah, and so if you...
I mean, being Canadian, something I've always loved about the States is the optimism.